So I was raised that Black people were God's favorite and they were the superior race.
Who told her that shit? Who told her that?
Hey, bop, bop, bop.
This is what I'm saying. This pandering, like, why are we coming? The first thing you do when you get on the camera is start, throwing your dump truck. Is that what you think Black people like? I don't even know what she said.
I was just prefers black men is called a snow bunny. So what are we calling redheads? Because last summer it was already established that gingers are in fact black. So us redheads should start.
They're not black. No.
Referring to ourselves as ginger bunnies or ginger bunnies. This video.
She talking about ginger bunnies. Get the. Finally a black. Wazam, all my ninjas. Or should I say, my gingers. Today we got a crazy video topic or topic of discussion to talk about. I seen this on my feed. Don't know why. I have never even gave the hint that, this is an interest of mine. But it is ginger. So for some reason, I don't know. I don't go on social media or any platform searching up gingers, For some reason it just came up. But today's topic, today's video that we're gonna be watching is called The True Reason. You see it right here. The true reason blacks go for gingers. I don't know who said this. I don't know why gingers, just because it sounds like another word, means that black people just go for gingers. Doesn't make sense at all. But I just want to see what they're talking about. What connections could they make? What I want to know. First of all, I want to know the gingers. I want to know the black people that are going for gingers just off the rip. Like, I'm not opposed to ginger people. Which I don't really know why people hate ginger people. Red hair, I can see maybe some of them look kind of dorky or something like that. Maybe, but for real gingers, I really don't get what's wrong with gingers. I think they look kind of cool. They look different from everybody else. Red hair or ginger hair, light eyes, colorful people. Maybe that's one of the reasons. They're colorful and us black people are colorful or full of color. But we're gonna see what they say in the video about if, the truth of blacks going for gingers. So yeah, before we get into the video, if this your first time seeing my black face, I am lllucyd, lllucyd. Did I say that right? Yeah, lllucyd. Socials right here. Well, one of the socials. I had to realize that it's only one of them, but the other socials like at the bottom. But yeah, lllucyd. And like you already see, I'm a black. I don't just go for gingers, but I want to see what they got to say about this. So yeah, let's go and get into it. Oh, and the video is by. Almost forgot. Gotta see who this by. Gotta see who put this stuff out. Anonymous or Neonus Reacts. I don't really know if I'm saying that right, but yeah, let's go and get into it.
I'm not normally a girl that's gonna cry on the internet. I have spent the last hour reading comments that are healing me. Healing parts of me that I didn't know needed healed. Healing parts of me that I didn't even realize were still hurting. A group of people that have been so marginalized and hated and judged for no reason. A group of people that have dealt with stuff that I will never understand, never fully understand. Y'all are just coming together to love on me? You want to talk about black girl magic? Look at my comments. Look at what you're doing for me. Growing up, having red hair and being...
I'm gonna already say, I can't say that she's lying, but it sounds... The crying looks a little similar to acting. That's all I'll say. I didn't say she's lying, but it looks oddly familiar to acting. But we're gonna let her keep going.
So bullied. It's like I expected it. well, I have red hair, so of course I'm going to be bullied. If I've got pasty white skin, of course I'm going to be bullied. But yet I would look at my black friends and think, like, if anybody comes for them, for their hair or their skin, like, think again. Absolutely not. So it's crazy to me that I never realized that it wasn't okay for me either. You're fixing something that you never broke. You guys are fixing something that it wasn't your job to fix. I literally feel more confident now. I mean, not now, but I feel beautiful. I feel people saying, welcome home, fam. And I'm like, I have family. I'm never again gonna freaking buy self-tanner. I'm not gonna be ashamed of going to the beach. I'm not going to be scared of letting my natural skin color shine through. Like, you're changing my life in all of my freaking 38 years. Like, thank you. Somebody said to me, it's not a trend, it's a movement. And I feel that. I feel that deeply because this...
I don't think she should compare... I let it go on for a little too long without saying something about it, but I don't think she should compare black struggles with our skin, and way more, like you said, being marginalized and oppressed with being ginger and just having red hair and light skin or pale skin, I guess. Is that why white people bully ginger people, even though they are white too? But is that why? I feel like there's more to that, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of white people that are very pale too, or pasty white skin. So yeah, I guess you could compare the skin aspect slightly, because your skin is being, ridiculed a lot, but not saying they shouldn't be, have a say-so on their bullying and experiences. But compare that to black experiences, I don't know. It's just like ginger hate and black hate are not on the same level, if you get what I'm saying.
This is bigger than just some TikTok trend. This is changing people's lives, and I'm one of the people that's been changed. Saying thank you feels so little. It feels so small for what you've done for me. But thank you. And you tell me when that cousin walk is, because,
Something incredible.
It's like she's trying to pander to black people for some reason. I don't know if the comments are real that she's talking about. She's talking about a cousin walk. Like, this lady, I don't feel like she's been around black people for real. Talking about cousin walks and shit. Like, she's just throwing in words and throwing in shit. What the hell? But I don't know if she's lying. But I'ma just say it don't sound too convincing, in my opinion.
Has happened to redheads and gingers. I don't know if you know, but many people of the black community have came out.
This is what I would think a ginger would. I know most gingers that I not come across, but because I don't come across a bunch of ginger people. I'm saying ginger people like that. I mean, I guess they're not their own race. I don't know. Anyways, I don't come across a bunch of ginger people, but I know from the movies and all that stuff, knowing that's not always the case. A lot of them were like from, of Scottish or Ireland, descent or something like that. Irish descent, Scottish and Irish descent. So I would imagine she would sound like this. The other lady was kind of like, she sounded like she was from the maybe kind of like American from the UK, one of those. I'm gonna just let this young lady go.
And said that they see redheads and gingers aligned with many of the genetic features and the characteristics of black women. This has really brought up such an important issue, because many of these gorgeous women are coming forward and saying that they can identify that something is off with the way that redheads are treated by many people in the white community. And this is something difficult thing to talk about, because it's not racism. I don't know where that falls, but being born with red hair and super pale skin but not feeling accepted is a really, really tough spot to be in. You get bullied from a young age, you're made to believe it's horrible, people insult you without even meaning to. Some of the things that people have said to me because I have ginger hair growing up has been the most unhinged experience of my life. I once met a woman who came up to me and she said, I like your ginger hair, But honestly, my biggest fear when I was pregnant was that I was going to give birth to a ginger baby, and I didn't know what to say, and I just was...
That's some rude shit to say to anybody. Like, I really love you. I guess on the black side, wow, I really love your black hair. For a white woman to say that to a black lady, I really love your black hair. But I was afraid, since I have a black husband, that my child was gonna have black, curly or coarse hair. I feel on that. That's, to say that about anybody is just crazy.
Like, okay. She's like, and I'm really sorry for saying this. She was like, but I actually think I would prefer a child with a disability than red hair. And that is genuinely, hand on heart, what someone has said to me. That is just honestly not even the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the type of comments that you're experiencing when you're growing up with red hair. So for people in the black community to come out and call out that something is not right in the way that people with red hair are treated, and to call out the fact that something is off, is the best thing that could happen.
Iceberg.
Hey, bop, bop, bop.
This is what I'm saying. This pandering, like, why are we coming? The first thing you do when you get on the camera is start, throwing your dump truck. Is that what you think black people like? Just all black people just love just shaking butt. Come on now. This ain't is not seeming genuine. And it's talking about black people gingers with the handshake. No, I think what it really is we see y'all getting treated badly, like we get treated badly and we have sympathy. Does not mean we round here, need to pander. Y'all need to pander to us for sympathy. We already see what y'all going through, but y'all don't got it as bad as us. We just, like you said, like the last girl said, we see something's off. So, we call it out a little bit. Don't mean you got to pander to us to get our hand in friendship or something. That don't make no sense to me. I doing this performative stuff, why?
Formally and proudly accept this invite. We are so stoked to be a part of this community. We're so excited to attend the cookouts, but don't worry. We will abide to your rules. We're not going to bring any important dishes like the mac and cheese or anything yet. I know y'all need to trust us first. We're cool to just beat up paper plate duty for the first year.
My one brother had red hair and freckles.
What?
Like, when you see it, he was a ginger. He was a black ginger.
Ginger's a black now.
Nah, they ain't black, man. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, that's what the TikTokians say.
Nah, man, fuck them TikTok ass niggas. They just what is that about? They just want to be able to say. They just want to be able to say nigga without repercussions.
Do you like redheads? Because I have a theory about men who are into ginger women. I think you.
Is this AI? This has to be an AI woman. Like her mouth is off from the. There's no way this is
fall into one of two categories. Either you have always been fixated on redheads, the hair, the fair skin, the freckles, the eye color, all of it forever. Yeah, or you never planned on dating a redhead at all, but you met one, fell for her, and she completely rewired your brain. Now every woman you have dated since gets compared to her, and every woman you will date in the future probably will too. So tell me, am I right? Comment and let me know.
I don't even know what she said.
I would just prefers black men is called a snow bunny. So what are we calling redheads? Because last summer it was already established that gingers are in fact black. So us redheads should start.
They're not black. No, being black is totally different. It's not just the skin and being treated badly. It's history of things. If you want to know more history and a lot of, get into that black power stuff even more, I'm not the guy here personally. Not saying I don't, I'm in the black community, come on. But I'm saying the people who can teach you more about it is people like Antonio Talks and Young Dunn. Gingers and black people are nothing alike. Y'all just get treated wrong and we just spot it out. You are not black. Let's get that straight. Gingers are nowhere near black. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Referring to ourselves as ginger bunnies or ginger bunnies. This video.
She talking about ginger bunnies. Get the. Nah, this. I knew this video was gonna go like this, but I still just can't believe the stuff that would be coming out of people's mouths. And I need to see a man, because this is too many women, performative women right now. If it's not men doing this, ginger men doing this, Not saying I'm gonna be all right, but I'm like, okay, I kind of see that some of these women just bored doing this crazy stuff.
Has been brought to you by an energy drink. I'm a natural redhead, and when I talked about the magnetic force between black men and ginger women, my comment section blew up into a dating app.
Yeah, her TikTok blew up, so she started pandering even more. See what I'm talking about? This is not real. This lady just
Us ginger women
trying to
just
get
want to
followers.
find a black man, and black men want to find them as ginger. So I get asked a lot, where do the redheads live? Where are they hiding? Now, true natural redheads are very rare, but in my experience, I encountered more in the South. I'm originally from Texas, and there's a lot of gingers there. So you got to move to the South, which I mean, if we launch this dating app called Blinger, the best thing ever, you're going to have to relocate for your new ginger anyway. Or she would have to relocate to the North. But I think you should relocate for her. I think this is the best idea we ever did have. I will say though, I live in Colorado right now, and the black population here is like 4%, and I don't really see black people very often. But when I see a black man with a white woman, she's always a redhead here, always. So I'm glad we did that science project, guys.
Are there a lot of gingers with black people? That's something I didn't really realize, to be honest. Now, I realize that there are a lot of ginger people who simply just don't seem to care as much as a lot of other white people about race in general. And I do think that's because we are so different from regular white people. And we've just been through a lot of taunting.
Is it, maybe it's just, I don't know if it's like my screen or the way they color this video, but her hair does not look ginger. Even the hearts don't look ginger. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it's just a video.
Using a lot of unnecessary comments towards our skin color and hair color, personality, our attitude. It goes on and on. And this is something that has bothered me for a long time. Now, me personally, I've never been that person who's been obsessed with any one type of person. I've never said that I have a type per se. I just was never really into many people regardless. And I thought that we are overstimulated with SE for so long, and it continues and it gets worse and worse. And that's something that really bothers me. I fell in love with my husband in middle school. I found him, and our love story continued on from middle school. And he happened to be a mixed guy, and I happened to be really, really attracted to that. I do think because of how I was treated by most white people, that is why I don't tend to gravitate towards white men. And I be seeing a lot of people saying, oh, that's because they're not attracted to you. Whatever you want to say. I'm married, I don't give a shit, right? But that's so far from the truth, and I've learned that now as an adult, okay? But as a child, that was something I thought was very real. I didn't think white guys liked me, because they were hella rude, they were hella mean, and yeah, they caused a lot of tears, I ain't gonna lie. But bullying somebody insane.
I wonder if like those kids that bullied, you know, the ginger kids or something like that, if that's just something that's been passed down. Like you know how if a white kid grows up in like a black neighborhood, they don't really see black people as just like, you know, those people are black. You get what I'm saying? Like how other white people do who only live in majority white neighborhoods. I wonder if that's a thing. Just because ginger people are like slightly different, and or it comes from like their parents and stuff like that, or like just seeing it on TV, if that's like why they get treated that way. Because there's really no reason. To me, gingers look like white people, just lighter hair or colorful hair, just like blonde. That's damn near the same thing. And I mean, not all the way, but you get what I'm saying? Like the colorful hair. It doesn't really make sense. I guess it's just the pale skin, really, but still. I can see if you was like albino and people was making fun of you. Yeah, your skin's way more pale than the average. And just like gingers, but I don't know, I feel like it's on a different scale. I don't want to feel like I'm just like shoving it off like gingers shouldn't be, you know, mad about anything. Like, no, if you getting treated wrong, of course we feel you. As black people feel you, anybody. But I'm just saying, from my eyes, they just don't look too different from white people. I don't know, but like you're saying, these people all have testimonies of them being bullied, so I can't discount it.
Shit on somebody's race, color, their skin, hair color is wrong across the board, and we should stop doing that. It's okay to be prideful of who you are, like, oh yeah, I'm black and I'm proud, or I'm white and I'm proud, I'm ginger and I'm proud. That there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Let me get that perfectly clear to everybody here. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but there is something wrong with you sitting here and judging another person based off of what they are. Just mind your business at that point, okay? You can tell your stories, I'm all about freedom of speech, but come on. Come on. We can all do better.
It's not wrong.
So for those of you who are seeing
finally a black
trend,
oh, they getting me, they brainwashing me. I was about to say finally a black man. I meant to say finally a ginger man. Like, we've been seeing women this whole time. Nothing wrong with seeing women, but I like, I want to get it from both sides.
Y'all know what's going on, and especially for the haters, because
I hear more about the ginger men getting bullied rather than ginger women. That's what's crazy to me. Usually, like, when it's on like movies and stuff like that, I know I'm basing all my stuff off movies. I haven't been around that many ginger white people, but on the movies, the ginger girl is like the new crush or something like that. And then the ginger boy, they always give him curly hair and he's like nerdy or like, awkward or something like that. So, I don't know. That's just a depiction they give us.
God knows you motherfuckers are watching, and we know exactly who you are. The ones who are out here screaming, oh, if gingers aren't black, they're just using the, like, dude, listen. Let me break it down for you why this is going as viral as it is and why y'all don't get it. All right? Clear, plain and simple. If you are a redhead, a real redhead, you likely got bullied your entire life for having red hair. If you're like me, you've been called fire crotch, carrot top, ginger sap.
I've heard carrot top a lot.
Dead than red. My own dad used to bust my balls with that one, right? Leprechaun. My mom called me that this morning. Do the carpet smash the drapes, like all this stuff. Like, yeah, we've all heard it all. All right. If you're like me, that shit never came from the black kids. I don't think I've ever been made fun of for my hair and for being a redhead once in my entire life by somebody who was black.
I wonder if other black people, I gotta ask some friends and stuff like that, if they see it how I see it, like ginger white people just look like just as like another form of white people. Like, they're not too different. Like, it's like a blonde person, brunette, black hair. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, y'all not saying, oh, that actually kind of sound racist. Like, I'm just clumping everybody together. Like, black people like African, Jamaican, Haitian. I guess I'm not trying to make it sound like that, but it's just like, I wouldn't like, oh, he's a German. If Germans, if they're white, I'm just like, well, dude's white. You get what I'm saying? I'm just based off your skin color. With gingers, I mean, your only difference is your hair. And, sometimes they always have like blue eyes. I know that's a thing too that I always see. Gingers always have blue eyes, but I don't know. I wonder if you get sympathy from the kids around you. The ginger kids get sympathy from the black kids around them just because, like they all saying, they getting treated the same way. They getting bullied too because of the color of their skin and the texture and color of their hair.
As a matter of fact, I was always friends with the black kids. They always welcomed me in with open arms and never gave me a problem. So to me, when this whole thing popped off, it was no surprise at all. Because first things first, as a redhead, we never felt like we fit in anywhere. The deal is, man, like, black people are super accepting.
What I will say is, I wonder, which I feel like it might be a possibility that it would happen, if they weren't bullied for their hair and skin color. Because he don't even seem like he's pale. He seems like he's a regular type of white. Got that like redness to him. But if they weren't bullied, would they also be making fun of the black kids? You get what I'm saying? Just something to think about.
They're always loving. They're always fun. They always kind of include everybody. For all y'all who are showing us all the love out there, who are welcoming us in with open arms, We love you. We appreciate you. We thank you very much. For all the bullies out there who are still trying to talk shit, dude, it ain't working anymore. All right? Drop it.
She must be trying to get a bag because she ain't said nothing. I wanna. We talking about bullying right now, but boy, oh.
So I was raised that Black people were God's favorite and they were the superior race.
Who told her that shit? Who told her that?
And it was interesting to be raised with that mentality because I think it's different than a lot of how other white people were raised. And I do believe that if more people were raised this way, the world would be a little bit better of a place and maybe we can get along a little bit nicer together. Obviously, there's pros and cons to everything. So I would love to discuss the pros and cons of what it was like to be raised with this mentality, as well as what you think about it and what you think we should do going forward to raise the next generation of children who are carrying the future for us. So how this mentality came about, I was really quizzical and curious as a child and very outspoken. It's interesting to look back now that we're in this ginger talk right now. I'm kind of reliving a few of the silly little traumas that we face as gingers. And I noticed that I was more outspoken between the ages of 0 and 8. And once I started getting really made fun of as a ginger, I kind of lost my voice and I wasn't as brave or outspoken and I was shy and timid. So it's kind of interesting to have that realization now, so many years later. Anyway, back to the important topic here. The way that this mentality was brought on to me was, as I said, I was very outspoken and, I was quizzical and curious as a child. So before the age of 6, I asked my mom, why do we call them Black people when they're more different shades of brown? And I asked her, why do people treat them differently?
See, this is how racism is trickled, all the stuff that's kind of bad, how they get bullied and stuff like that. It's trickled down because she at the age of 6 not just saying the N word. She would have to have learned that from somewhere. She calling them brown at the under 6 when she's under 6. So definitely these ginger people getting bullied at a young age has to be passed down from the house. Because even the one dude, he was saying his parents were calling him that shit, bad names. And their parents probably said something about some other kid they seen, and they just, piggybacked off that.
Or call them names. What does this mean? Why is this happening? And how do you explain race and racism to a child that is under the age of 6 in a way that they can understand? Because obviously they're not going to be able to comprehend or grasp the entirety of the depth of what racism really truly is. So how do you explain that to a child? She knew that I loved my brownies and my cookies baked a little bit longer than you're supposed to because the crispy edge of the brownie was always my favorite. And I loved when the chocolate chip cookie was a little bit crispy on the outside and a little gooey on the inside. And that was the perfect way to bake the cookies and bake the brownies. So she used that analogy. And yes, it sounds crazy, but as a 4-year-old child, it made perfect sense. And she used that analogy and she said, you know how you like your cookies and your brownies baked a little bit extra? That's kind of what God did with Black people. He took more time and more love into creating Black people. And that's why they're a little bit darker than you. He just baked them a little bit longer. That's how she described race to me.
Not saying that we us Black people aren't more loved, or I think everybody's equal. But there might have been I'm not going to say the wrong thing to say, saying that Black people are more loved, used a little bit more loved, because that could make someone feel oh, you fuck around, be racist like that, because you God loves you more, I hate you. You get what I'm saying? You don't know how that would go. But sounds like a pretty good analogy. God just, baked them a little bit more than, us white people.
And she said that anybody who talks badly about them or is mean to them is just jealous. So right away, I was kind of just completely infatuated and just in awe of Black people, because I'm like, oh my gosh, what is it like to be God's favorite? What is it like to
see what I'm saying? That mindset that she has now,
a little bit more from God.
Like you see how it already trickled down. Like it just got into her brain. Like, man, what if I was loved more? And then like, say if your life started going bad, and you're like, man, if I was Black, it's like, I don't think that's the message your mother was trying to give you. You get what I'm saying? Maybe I'm sure that's not what she's trying to say. Really, she said she was thinking that at a young age, but you get what I'm saying? Like that one little tweak could like alter somebody's mind almost the wrong way.
Like I just thought it was incredible and amazing. And so I always just gravitated towards Black people because I was like, oh my God, like they're so lucky. Do they know how lucky they are? Like how cool is it that God spent a little bit more time on them? I was fascinated by it. And
I made a video.
People gotta learn how to edit. Cause why you keep that in there, bro? You gotta learn how to edit.
I made a video the other day that kind of blew up about gingers being Black, and the outpour of love from Black people is amazing.
People are really Black people are what? I'm telling you, I don't know not a single person I'm around that would say ginger people are Black people. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Not saying Black people ain't cool with ginger people, but that just don't make sense. There's a lot not that go into being Black, just other than being bullied.
I made a video the other day about some politic thing, just a little light work, and I got so much hate from white people. Like, it is absurd. It's completely opposite, and everyone tries to act like Black people are so mean. They're the nicest people. It's literally the white people. So we hope you really do mess with gingers, because we are here to stay and we love it. Also, on a side note, I just dropped my daughter off at school, so if you can't love me at drop off, you don't deserve me at pickup. And if you're a mom, you get that for sure.
We should have known that gingers were Black people, and these are the reasons as to why. Black people are, of course, the originators of soul music, and this is why gingers are so good at soul music. Have a listen. For instance, Rick Astley.
Soul? Wouldn't that be like pop, kinda? Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, we just gonna stop it there. But claiming that gingers are Black people, we gotta stop that. No. Black people definitely do mess with ginger people heavy, but to call yourselves Black, no. That's like the Mexican people doing the same thing, because Black people mess with, we're not minorities, just like Mexican people are minorities, and we mess with Mexican people a lot. We're Hispanic people. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but we ain't gonna call Hispanic people Black. They got their own type of culture. They got their own things going on, but they also mess with Black people, or Black people mess with Hispanic people. Still, we're totally different. Ginger people are totally different. You're still white. Remember that. You're still white. You put on your application when you sign up for a job, not ginger, white, Caucasian. So stop it. But like I said, we still mess with ginger people now. But yeah, this I don't know, this rhetoric of ginger people, I don't know where this came from. People on TikTok, I don't know who in the comments saying that, but somebody need to check them for real. But hey, if you ginger, like I said, I mess with y'all. I ain't gonna lie, some of y'all ginger women be bad. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know, I just like that color, like that red, and then with the red lipstick and shit like that, colorful eyes. I don't know, all that color and pop, I like it a lot. But yeah, you're not Black. I'm gonna just tell you that now. With that being said, if you like the video, if you like this topic and you feel like if you're a ginger and you mess with Black people, like the video. If you're a Black person and you like gingers, like the video. And if you wanna, if you're a ginger and you like this Black guy right here, consider subscribing, because we're gonna have way more topics similar to this. Interesting topics similar to this. Like I said, y'all ain't Black, but I mess with you. I mess with you heavy. I mess with you heavy. But yeah, man, I hope I hope you come around for the next video. But for this one, it's over, baby. Maybe, I don't know if I should say that. What was the thing? I said something earlier. Anyways, hope you come around for the next video. Peace.